Are Vertigo ready to get kicked off?
And of course, if you guys think you're good enough to be able to get to the ESL Pro League conference stage as well, maybe next season's your chance. ESEA subscriptions, that's what reminded me. You can always go sign up over there as well. So yeah, it's actually, man, this matchup is going to be really rough, to be honest, because I thought that I can spin a narrative for an upset if the veto goes a little bit differently, but with 2 first picks for Eternal Fire, it's a rough ask. It's a rough ask indeed. Hell, even Vertigo is one of their stronger maps in the pool as well, so we'll have to wait to see how this one pans out.
There is an angle, of course, isn't there, that, we're kind of writing them off. We have to be real about it. Maybe Eternal Fire will write them off, and that could cost them overconfidence. Can be your downfall, of course. Immo spamming through the smoke, gets his head nearly taken off. Lucky to be alive. Fake plant. Ooh, waiting for the nades. It's actually a late molly, though, that's really going to slow them down, so it has somewhat backfired. And this XANTARES is in pretty close. Spamming away. This is getting very strange now. Bomb going to go down. They're getting hungry for the frag zone. It's Story with a big 2k here on the retake.
And they've got themselves onto the site nice and easy. This should be a round going their way and starting things off strong. Flashbang goes deep and the CTs are forced off of the retake initially because of it, and Diaz will continue to find up along with arrozdoce. And with that, they do close things out with a great start on the pistol round. They've got their strats down. They know where the utility is likely to come in, and I thought that the smoke would maybe have faded by the time they go for the replant, but not quite.
So you've done a fair amount of the Iberian qualifiers and whatnot.
Yes.
Over your tenure, is this a team that you're familiar with in For The Win Esports? I recognise Story, of course, having a little bit of a stint in SAW.
Yeah.
And then moving out of it. Is this a team that you're familiar with?
I'll be honest, I think arrozdoce is pretty good as well. I was a fan of him the few times that I've managed to catch him out. But ewjerkz is actually the one who's been getting a little bit of a hubbub around him. He's been performing incredibly well individually. And if memory serves, it's his addition that's actually helped them get to a place where maybe they can, they've been able to beat out SAW and everything. But at the same time, I haven't seen him tested to the same extent. So this is, if you manage to show up in this match against XANTARES and co, then yeah, you're definitely the real deal.
Oh, we'll keep our eyes on it, of course. Force fight coming in. Deagle close for Calyx. I'm going to go down, though, off the back of that kill him or on the MP9 here. I mean, if you don't find a kill quick through these smokes, there's maybe an argument to just, save, go for it in the next. And that is indeed what they're going to go for. 4-man save. Bit of a boring round, sorry about that, folks, but For The Win, going through the motions here, converting this pistol. However, the pressure and the threat is still ever looming. Ain't no breathing room here against Eternal Fire.
Sorry, I accidentally said ewjerkz just was recently added. I just remembered, no, ewjerkz was in 2021. The recent additions.
Time flies, my guy.
I swear it does. It's been a year, and I was like, yeah, it's like 2 months ago. But the recent additions in 2022 were arrozdoce and Story. But yeah, man, this is just another quick round for the win. And Eternal Fire, I do like this about them. They save their deagles and whatnot into the next so that they can have another chance, have another good things.
Sounds good to me. See if they mix it up. Just playing, a bit more shore heavy towards A. That's kind of Vertigo, I guess, but relatively passive for a pistol round. Would be nice to see a crazy man go swinging out ramp or something along those lines. Going to be a B rush here for The Win Esports. Great read. Again, the A stack is the name of the game. Great flick from xCloud to drop that bomb. In comes Immo with the MP9 as well. Not the easiest to deal with. He does so much damage, but no kills coming in. Big nade doesn't land. They are not rushing that plant. They're taking their time in the 3-on-3.
They're using up all the utility then with the smokes dissipating. Now comes up the rush from the CTs. Calyx punished instantly. Flashbangs over to allow the cross back, and in the meanwhile, question becomes, is XANTARES going to be given any freebies, get that money? Because, getting the round is looking to be more than a little impossible. He's saving. I don't dislike this because next round he's not going to have enough money for an incendiary unless he saves the armor. The Mac 10 doesn't really matter. It's the Kevlar that you've got to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, mega valuable. And maybe catch an exit on the way out. Not a bad move. also the $600 we're a fan of, drop an AK. Oh, I don't know about this, though. Don't know about this. There's a lot of bodies waiting around that corner, and he actually dies to the bomb. Lol. That's definitely not what he was intending. Certainly slightly huffed, you know. I die there?
Yeah.
I don't think he was expecting that at all.
Oh, Inferno. Sorry. So I was actually trying to remember whether in the new patch that obviously isn't in the game right now. Just to heads up, everyone. I thought that the bomb explosion damage radius was sort of increased on Vertigo, but no, that's Inferno actually.
Yes. We'll not go into it too much, but I'm a big fan of that change. So subtle, but it makes a massive difference to both sides, actually.
Yeah, stop saving in pit, guys. XANTARES, though, is saving the day and ramp. And started things off beautifully. First 2 kills going his way.
Overlooked. For the win esports, you know, you got to respect it, playing pretty confident in these early rounds. It will eventually come back to bite them. Story on the edge of the smoke, hoping to catch a player. Not happening for him just yet. woxic actually finds him as that smoke starts to go down. So, falling apart, and the individuals, winning many dry peak 1v1s. Could be a taste. Could be a taste of what's to come. For the win, they've got plenty of money, though. They can kind of play around like that as aggressively as they like. Send the feelers out there, see what the response is going to be. However, this buy, very important to get it on the board and keep this lead in their favor.
Oh. Agile. Not really finding anyone to be able to information, but ewjerkz has started off with 2 big kills in the openers. Damage might have been exchanged, but life is going the way for the win until arrozdoce makes a misstep, moves out into XFLOW's domain, and he has been removed.
woxic. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Good for 1 and a second. Brilliantly played. Patience pays off, and that could be the round. Agile trying to move in, but not going to find it. Best chance they had at the rifle so far. It was a great start individually, but couldn't keep it together as a team. So Eternal Fire will find 2 in a row. They will break the bank, and they will have a very good chance at evening up the score.
And now with that, they've also just destroyed the economy for the win. That goes back to the amount of kills that they were able to get, of course, in the post-pistol and the post-pistol round. XCloud now, he is rewarded with some easy frags, some easy pickings with the no armor terrorists. And this is one of the things with Eternal Fire that you have to remember very often. If you're a, comparatively lower tier team, you're always thinking, hey, it doesn't matter because our skill levels are probably the same. It's generally tactics, so maybe we can frag out, maybe we can do really well. You're not going to say that against XANTARES, woxic, Emor, XCloud, and Calyx, because when I say every single one of those players have been star players at one point or the other in different teams.
Pretty scary name, so you just reel off there, of course,
Yeah.
casually as you like.
Like XANTARES has a peak named after him. Even Simple doesn't get that.
Has a play style.
Yes.
Yeah. He has a fan base all unto himself. And of course, that comes from, back in the day, on LAN, XANTARES just ruining people.
Yeah, on Big particularly. Oh, the spam, the spam, the spam! Oh, XANTARES! Oh,
Here again, mate. Here again, isn't he? I mean, he is just absolutely flying right now on this CT side. Kind of running rings around them on that A ramp. And it's very worrying for the win. Going to start 2 men down again. We've been here before, haven't we? Can they recover it back this time around? I don't know. They seem pretty ready for this B hit, actually. 2 on the site itself, 1 in at mid. They're pretty happy to play retake on A, but we're still going to try and hit B, aren't we?
$50 seconds. X-Round's caught out, not expecting ewjerkz to have been boosted up on the side, but Emo's here to recover, and woxic on guard duty. Yeah, Story all alone. Very little chance for him to have much over here, even with being caught out with a gun out of his hands, and Emo will shut him down.
Making it look easy, aren't they? And that is certainly not what we wanted, especially for your own map pick. We've been around the block enough to know that, yes, it's 4-3, but it's 4 gun rounds. And it's the way in which they are winning them, losing 1 or 2 players. Especially on Vertigo. That is really bloody solid for your CT side. So, yeah, for the win, have got to start putting up some better numbers. Not just at the top of the screen, but just within the rounds themselves. Make it competitive, keep it close, and Eternal Fire need to start doubting themselves, and at the moment, they are not. So they, are just going to go for plays like this. Calyx with the wide swings, and XANTARES again in from this corner. Arrozdoce will find 2, but once again, they're not really that bothered. They're happy, I think, to be respending some of these players.
With woxic having 12k in the bank, they're not bothered at all. Keep 3 players alive, that's all you need. I'm very curious about whether we see FTW continue this very fast-paced style of play that they've been attempting to go for, where first contact is made this early on. I would have been expecting more from mid-presence before as well, but they'll keep ewjerkz as the solo player there and go back to another 3-round setup to start things off.
Quieter on the start, I suppose. Still trying to break in towards ramp here. Deep smoke and a flash. They, are really scared and worried about XANTARES. Got to be careful launching his entire mag in there. He's going to lose his teammate. He will remain, but his life becomes pretty important right now. And he's been caught. ewjerkz with the 2. Opening up the A-bomb site. Is it going to be enough? Calyx ready and waiting. Flash comes in for him, but the counter flash just as effective. He's left on 6 HP, and surely you say that's got to be enough now. 5 on 3 with a solid HP advantage. Should really be good enough.
Keep an eye out for
committed.
Which flank is going to come through first is the question. ewjerkz coming in from behind. Should have a big 1x flank cut off as well. That should be the end of the round. Do they expect the player in the back? No. It will be... Oh, Emo turns! God damn!
Oh. Okay. He nearly pulled off a genius kind of play there, I think. Baited out that he was running array and rotated in towards a window, but, they'd already committed, so... Not gonna happen. Get some util. Pick up this AWP. And concede the round. So, for the win, gonna get their first rifle on the board. First round in 6. And, of course, this is the beauty of the pistol. You're only now 1 round behind.
It might just be me, and I'm going to take a minute to detract from the game for just a second, guys. ewjerkz, I'm not sure how that's pronounced, but he looks a lot like Alan Hender, who was the former coach of Endpoint and, of course, current broadcast talent, who is even hired for the conference stage for the ESL Pro League, I do believe.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Should keep an eye on him later.
Let me have a catch. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure people are. He's making the rounds on Twitter right now for his unbiased analysis on the Kirby debut.
I haven't actually seen that one. I'll check that out later.
Let me have a look.
Endpoint, another team in the ESL Pro League conference stage. If you are interested in catching them, make sure you're tuned into all the action. But of course, right now it is all about the never-ending Eternal Fire. And for the win esports.
Love a good for the win name. You know, it was a classic back in the day. FTW, bit of a gaming term, alongside Epic. and
Epic
Pwn.
really fell off. Oh, Pwn, I didn't even remember that one.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm glad Pwned fell off, to be
I don't know,
quite
man.
honest.
Pwn was like, I remember Pwn from the Dota 1 days when it used to come right on your screen. You just got pwned by this person. Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. That being said, though, who's going to be getting pwned in an epic gamer battle over here is the question. Grenades go down good. Utility damage, and XCloud just got cringed out of existence.
Yes, he did. I mean, that's one way of putting it. Absolutely wrecked, which is another one. That one's kind of stuck around and doesn't have as much cringe factor, but he did just get demolished. Still, the damage that's been dished out because of his nade, because of those few shots that landed, is huge. These A1Ss, through smoke, through walls, are ready to do an awful lot of damage here. Down goes ewjerkz as well. Pretty big name to be taking. Still have some healthier players, but woxic working around this smoke. Great setup. Flash not quite good enough, but it's enough to move him off the angles, and Tara's only good for 1. 3 on 2. A lot of unconfirmed damage here as well, folks, so that can really make a difference. Calyx, the last line of defense on the A bomb site, are they going to commit in? It doesn't look like it, because arrozdoce, 4 HP. He's on an info gathering mission, and you know what he's found? He's found an empty B bomb site. He might go down here trying to flank around, but time will tell.
They're aware that he likes to do this, though. Calyx is keeping an eye out for this one. Emo turns around, but Calyx is there to trade. Now 1 on 2. Remember that unconfirmed damage might come into play over here with the Molotov having spread to the bomb planter, but they're using the right player. Eagles reveals himself as well. ewjerkz has got it done. Beautiful recovery of that round, a 2-on-3. That they're able to convert with a swift rotation and some quick moves from Calyx.
That early damage really comes into play, but also for the win, getting flustered. We've talked about it a lot. This LAN environment is brand new for some of these players, especially and definitely at this level for the win. That's the experience for Calyx. Keep it together, keep it cool, get that lineup, get that flash. I know I've isolated a fight here. Brilliant. Keep it together.
Interesting addition.
Whereas, you know, his opponent panicked on the trade and the spray, not quite there, gives the fight to Calyx and lets him dictate the battle there.
They're going to hold the interesting addition for a while because XANTARES has a one-way smoke to deal with. BS to fall, XANTARES to continue fighting, and ewjerkz is there to try. ewjerkz has been really giving us a solid showing so far. Some impressive stuff, 10 and 7 right now. And with Emo coming in from behind, I don't know about this one, guys. Oh, Emo, gotta be careful over here. Still gets to Story. It looked like he might have been given an opportunity for a second there, but no, not quite.
Emo playing with fire onto the orb, trying to get control of that bomb. A little shaky with it, but still 3 versus 2, right? Pretty good. Give him the bomb back. It's fine. We just play the manpower. XFlower with the off angle here. Molly comes in. Smoke on top of it. Will indeed get rid of it, and now actually makes him a harder clear. Buys time for the rotations to come in. Smart moves. Flash ineffective. Actually kind of works a little bit for XFlower. arrozdoce, the only one left, 50 HP. Not out of the question, but XFlower outplays him around the smoke. Beautiful stuff from the B hold. And indeed, once again, Eternal Fire definitely having to work harder for these rounds, but they are still getting them, moving up to 7 on the CT side.
Just wanted to get that quick addition in as well. Actually, if you throw the smoke where earlier on in the round prior to the one that just happened, woxic didn't get flashed like you mentioned. If you throw that smoke, it's really hard to actually flash that person off with the flash that they're throwing because the ramp blocks it out almost completely. So that's actually a little bit of a counterintuitive smoke while flash play. It can catch anyone out who's closer though, so it's not entirely, it's not entirely without use. Oh, inside the smoke, Calyx, feeling it. He's feeling it. Play comes up close, and ewjerkz will be traded, but at least he gets one. At least he gets one.
I mean, maybe want a bit more of a return on the investment, but they are buying into this next round, so kind of fair. But, you like to throw those rounds in to slow the pace and to just, keep them guessing, get a bit of that beautiful conditioning that we love to talk about thrown in, and they're just not, right? Eternal Fire, they let a round slip away, and in their minds, with how consistent they've been with the rifles, it will be on them. It won't be, wow, we just really got bested. That was a difficult round. We did everything perfectly. It's like, no, we lost that round. Let's just stop being silly bunch or whatever. I don't know what the comms would sound like in this Eternal Fire team, but that's what I would say. That's probably why I do this and not that. Either way, Immor with a nice smoke, able to get aggressive on the B stairs. woxic found Story over towards ramp, I would imagine. ES does get one mid here, and the crunch on towards A might not be expected. Ooh, gotta be careful. XANTARES, my dude. The flick across is not a headshot, but it's still pretty fast. 3 versus 2. The bomb not crossed into sight yet either. Oh no, the smoke goes down at Ivy. Yeah. Ooh, the flank was effective for a second. However, ewjerkz gets the double, retrieves the bomb, and is on his way towards B.
This would be such a big round for them to be able to recover over here. woxic has cheated past the Molotov, knows the time matters more than anything else. Now as he makes his way onto the bomb site, might even have the advantage! Yes, he does! Try as you might, ewjerkz. But woxic, that's just the experience kicking in. Definitely one of the most experienced, if not the most experienced players in this team. You can see how he transitioned into IGLing as well, but god damn. He just wasn't expecting it.
Lovely stuff. Are we sure where it's at? Is it woxic at the moment still, or because I had a look on Wikipedia earlier and it's down as Immor over there. So I don't know if they've swapped the roles up again on this Eternal Fire side.
Don't blame the timeout for them coming through over here after a round like that. You really do need it, but again, shining light right now is ewjerkz. He is on 126 ADR. That's almost as much as the rest of his team combined.
Not bad. Maybe keep your eye on him for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah.
Needs some support right now, doesn't he? From the squad. And it's not quite coming. Another buy-in after a timeout. Usually we would say these have got to work, but woxic, dynamic on the AWP, changes his spot, and that's the bomb spilled, by the way. He does get flashed, but he finds himself another. They've retrieved the bomb, but it's cost them 2 lives to get out of it, and they've not, you know, picked up mid-control or anything of the sort. Yeah. Rough stuff. Eternal Fire once again set to get another round.
While he goes deeper with the smoke down, rotations here, B site is stacked, and woxic is jacked. All the way up. Man, he's got 3 kills. It just, the read about the change coming out from FTW from woxic is just beautiful. It's just, goddamn.
You know, they're playing some pretty sexy Counter-Strike right now.
I'm not gonna lie, you are right.
I'm the first to say it.
You're right.
I'm the first to say it. This, I think, is you know, not quite the dream necessarily for a commentator, but it is an awful lot of fun to see a team being aggressive, being original, maybe heroic style CT side a little bit, and it's paying off big time. Ooh, maybe a bit too aggressive and more slightly overconfident. That is a dry peak that, I don't know, it's very tough to win. He does pay the price, obviously, so 5 on 4 for the win. Best spot they've been in for quite some time now.
Oh, good nade. That is juicy.
They always let me down, to be honest. So it's nice to see a nade pay off. We've had a good couple nades this game. But usually the HEs, you know, they get stuck on something and it does like 0 damage. So they are quite often a letdown.
You know who isn't a letdown though? XANTARES, and he better not be, because they're about to transition into fighting up alley. ewjerkz will be the man to take charge, but XANTARES decides maybe not mess with the hot hand. He's been known to have many of his own as well, and just backs off.
This is a deadly setup.
No flashes for CTs though.
Just gonna have to hope that the setup works. Calyx needed more. In comes XFloud, also needed more. Yeah, they were set up really well, but like you say, no flashes. A single contact flash, and oh man, it's probably over. woxic in the 1 versus 2. Oh. Yeah, what is that? A sliver of Agile shows, and he does not miss. And despite that shot, he decides to swap on to the M4. Let's see here. 16 bullets. Not the fullest magazine, but he knows his Vertigo. So well read. Great timing. Patience pays off. 11-4 on the half. And this is just immaculate Counter-Strike right now from Eternal Fire. For the Win Esports, we unfortunately touted them as the massive underdog in this one. It's looking like it's going to ring true. Without the pistol, it would be a done and dusted game pretty much. We'll see, moving on to the CT side of their own map pick, if they can save themselves on Vertigo.
Shadows, I've come to make a name, ready for battle, 'cause I got a throne to claim. Think that I'll crumble, I'll show you a mistake.
Eternal Fire looking to get away fast, it would appear. At the very least, take us to that second map fast. What a performance. Absolutely impeccable stuff from them on their CT side of Vertigo. And, well, you know, you question the veto a little bit, throw some riskier maps in there, get the Dust 2, the Mirage, the upset potential a bit higher on those maps. And maybe, for the win, should have listened, because here we are, 4 rounds. Now, Zonic's Law dictates that an 11-4 is the most deceiving scoreline in Counter-Strike. Still a chance to turn it around. It all starts here with the pistol, of course. Story taking the first face, spots out a couple, going to call for the rotations, and we'll see where this goes.
I'm not going to lie, Zonic's Law is just... Well, let's wait. Let's wait and see how much there is to it. Let's wait and see. It's a bit like the new Bogdan, isn't it? Sided maybe a little bit too much time. Arrozdoce, though, coming in from behind, unable to find a frag, and with a double face from the Eternal Fire, he will be burnt.
xCloud finds the first head. We have another weird scenario where, of course, many players left alive in this retake. Okay, big kill coming in from Immor. Gonna get them off the defuse. The kill's coming in thick and fast. Where's the next one coming from? Nobody knows. Tag onto the bomb. Low HP for Agile. Going for the hold. Not like this. Knife is out. And XANTARES will finish him off. Knife out for Story. But XANTARES will finish him off. Who else to find a little bit of method in the madness than the big man? 12 rounds for Eternal Fire, but like, what in the hell has just happened?
I don't know if I'd call that method to the madness. I just call it more madness to the madness. And look at this. Look at how close it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost fully deep.
And his knife is just, that's not a clean slash.
Yeah.
That's just on the edge of it. The
Okay,
wide
that
swing
was,
of that karambit maybe helping him out a bit. I don't know.
I'm telling you, if that was like a bayonet or a Doppler, that would have reached him first. You know, the range is increased. Very few people know that because it's not true. Please don't believe me.
Okay, I was gonna say, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I learn something new every day, but like, did you know if players don't have armor and you shoot them, more blood comes out than if they do have armor?
I'm gonna check that one. I do not believe.
It's in a VOO video, mate. It's in a VOO video that I watched today. It's marginal, to be honest. If you're in the thick of it and, you know, like shooting at someone or quick peeking around a corner, something like that, you're probably not gonna notice.
All I'm saying is these damn YouTubers, what do they know? Diaz, however, knows how to get a quick kill with the Deagle. And Calyx, well, he reminds Diaz that there's more to the game than one kill with the Deagle. You need 5 if you want to win this one, and I have a feeling that is forbidden knowledge, hidden knowledge, one piece of information Diaz is unlikely to find out.
All Calyx has to do is just keep him here. And the round's over. Calyx is actually calling for the bomb. So, unlucky for Diaz. This is, you know, the struggle of a 1v4, of course, with 0 information, is maybe if he stuck around, he could have upset the apple cart a little. As it's going to happen, oh, he's the one to get upset. His heel spotted. And woxic will indeed creep around and find him, recovering that AK, importantly, which is going to, you know, continue to pick up the pace for Eternal Fire. For the win, what do you do here, mate? 14-4 looking down the barrel of. Force would be crazy, but it's just, it's so hard to keep your head in it, right? You might have to start checking out of this one and thinking about the overpass.
Going for a 4-14 over here is a rough one, though. Yeah. Overpass on the mind for sure. There's no doubts about that. Deep mollies, the execute is fast, and actually, the turret kills are pretty fast as well, surprisingly enough. It's woxic close by, trying to go for a spray transfer. Things are being brought back under control, but not with Diaz dropping the bomb. Another one of those single deagle kills that come true. Make it 2, but not quite 3. Not there yet.
Robbed. Absolutely robbed. Come on, man. We're here for the highlight plays, especially for the win. It'd be lovely to see them pull off the impossible, but not going to happen. So, first buy of the second half in CT side before the win. Shall it be the last? Maybe in terms of the rifles, perhaps. Uh-oh. A-Rush coming in as well. They are looking to clean this one up nice and quick, not wasting any time at all. Molly comes in, though, and that will slow them down, split them up, so they will call it off. At the very least, they have that all-important ramp control.
What are they going to do with that ramp control, though? ewjerkz on the other side, not quite had the same performance on CT. Maybe this is his time to spend a life bubble. Flash is good. ewjerkz is taking use of it quickly, but return frags are better. woxic and XANTARES bring everything back, and Eagle all alone, and he is dead. Just dead.
That's what they wanted, mate. That's what they wanted. They wanted them to peek in and then, you know, activate this flank. Arrozdoce gets the drop on woxic. Oh, no, he doesn't. XANTARES in the off will go down, but woxic's there for the immediate trade. 15-4. One rifle round picked up here by For the Winning Sports. So, pretty harsh. Pretty dire performance, to say the least. Somewhat what we were expecting, though. Eternal Fire living up to the pressure that we kind of put on them here. and they have 11 rounds in which to clean up Vertigo.
One last offer for the win, potentially. Hopefully they can find a reason to say the word at least, while Diaz being this low this early is surely not a sign that it was but for the win. Side, Eagle peeks out in middle. Story is there to keep things in their favor. Now with a 4-on-3, a solid one that you haven't seen in a while. All they have to do is make sure they don't lose the advantage. The problem is going to be that without utility, because of the economy that was strained, it's very hard to not just continue peeking and wait for the T's to come to you.
Diaz on the spot. Flash to come through. Surely we'll force him away. Gotta have the idea that there's at least 2 of them here. Contact up ramp. 45 seconds to go, and Eternal Fire slowly gaining control, slowly gathering information. Is it going to be enough? 35 seconds. Diaz on the crack angle, going to get smoked off though, flashed as well for good measure. Trying to play around it, maybe above it. No, not going to commit. So Bomb Plant comes in here, helps in the short term for Eternal Fire to continue the fight, of course, but they want the round, they want the game. Big damage coming through those smokes, and still no kills earned back for this T side. So the retake getting harder and harder. There comes ewjerkz on his FAMAS. Flash round from Calyx is ineffective, and it's just xCloud with no HP. Down they go. 5th round for the win. They will stay alive.
Hurrah! There we have it. They do have that one last hurrah. And with this, look, it's all about confidence going into Overpass. We're going to be realistic. Winning 10 rounds in a row is highly unlikely. Zonic Curse or not on the 11-4. For the win right now, if you can get your way up to an 8-9 maybe, you're just in a better headspace for Overpass when the time comes.
Simple
Would also be
time
nice
analysis,
if...
mate, you know? Tell it like it is, mate. I mean, it's definitely the case. I don't know. I think it's over in 2. I think Overpass might not be as fast, but certainly not going to be much better than this, I would think.
Yeah, we'll really have to wait for that one before we can make any real judgments on that. Now, though, it is about whether woxic can actually find Diaz over here. He was playing that jump spot angle before. Gorgeous nade. That one's a real nice, juicy one. And now, peek up as well. woxic on scope right at the worst possible time.
Unlucky. Nice to see Eternal Fire getting a little unlucky after they've had so much go their way this game. Really playing it slow. I think, you know, it's a fair degree of respect for the win. Show them some decent sportsmanship here and not just keep bashing your head against it. Get these clean rounds underway for Eternal Fire. Especially because the last one was a bit faster and a bit more aggressive and it didn't really work. But this is very, very slow. For the win. Oh, gonna get caught in transition. Otto, B-bomb site, looking pretty ripe for the taking. Arrozdoce will hold, but yeah, it's all fallen apart, hasn't it? Arrozdoce need another one out of him, and he's gonna get it. Beautiful. Drops the bomb, and now it's 9 HPs and XANTARES left to clutch up.
Yeah, you kind of need the Hellfire to bring things together at this point, because look, that one's a very clear call. Swing out mid with XANTARES, get yourself a couple of kills, and just win on aim. But then after that, splitting up 3 players completely separately in a way that arrozdoce has a chance to even come to the table and save the day, you can't let For the Win get away with so much. I know it's hard when you're running away with things, but momentum is one hell of a beast.
This is true.
Now full eco as well to go farm up potentially.
Yep. It can definitely swing, and you know, like you said, it's really going to help you build some confidence moving into map 2 and make that more challenging. Especially these types of rounds. You know you're against an eco, but it just feels good to ruin them. Not lose any casualties. 8 more to go, though. We are actually seeing the buy here from Eternal Fire, despite the fact that the money doesn't really support it that well. So a couple of Galils, no AWP. Again, advantages for the win.
ewjerkz as well is actually sitting on now top of the server, 24 kills for the man, and his ADR we mentioned before has continued to go nowhere but up, so it will be interesting to see how they can continue that forward as well. Of course, he's been their top performer recently. Now DS, flashbang forward, they're taking the peaks, DS good for 1, make it 2, keeps on going with the spam, but with the bomb dropped, he knows that the commitment from the T side is likely to come soon. Story overlooks XANTARES, and the flick is right on the skull.
Madness. The mechanics of the big man. Absolutely insane. The ceiling that this guy has is just so high. And we're already 42 floors up. Nice find from Calyx. Nice double from Calyx. Oh, no. Surely looked like he had to go down there. Not going to be the case. Arrozdoce to save it in the 1v3. They are set up very well indeed. XFloud hidden away. Distraction from the player at ramp. Sandbags. They'll all start taking faces here. And there it is. Calyx to find the final kill. 16-7. Absolute mincemeat. Takes a bit of time for them to finish out the game, but for the win, really did not stand a chance with that one, T-Time.